Studio 6B on Real America's Voice.
All right, it is live from Studio 6B, Real America's Voice, on a Monday night, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. Glad you're in. Lots to do on a busy, in some respects, historic Monday. We'll get into all of that, what happened at the White House today. Lots to talk about there. Slick's going to be here to do some sports in a little bit. Rick Delgado's here. He's going to do some news. Paul Nolan's got some news as well. Aaron and Fran holding it down on a Monday. Glad you're in. Brand new week, Real America's Voice all across the country. Make sure you follow us on social media at LFS6B. Glad you're a part of the show. Special guest, though, to kick off the show tonight, and we are excited to have him here. Dave Kane is an information technology professional, and of course, he works with our friends over at AMAC, and they've got a big boot camp for patriots coming up in September. Let me also mention that this is a veteran of the U.S. Navy, so thank you for your service, and welcome to the show, Dave. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you. So, well, first of all, we love AMAC. We love everybody at AMAC. We love talking to all the guys at AMAC, Shane Harris and such, that come on the show all the time. It's great. But tell us a little bit about, you've got a big show coming up, Boot Camp for Patriots, and we know you've done it before, Boot Camp for Boomers. You did one up here at the America First Warehouse, a place that we're very familiar with, where you can see us live every Friday night.
That's right.
But tell us a little bit about how this kind of came about, what you guys are trying to do with this, and tell us about this new show coming up in September.
So it all started from an idea of where the general public, as we all know, doesn't have the time or doesn't have the willpower to really navigate through all of the issues that are going on, or they just follow legacy media where we all know they're not getting the true story. So we wanted to take this to the local communities and bring leaders and personalities from various entities that are experts on things from immigration to education and the left's attempt to indoctrinate our children in schools and all kinds of subjects like that. So we hold panels and solo speakers, and we wrap it up in about 4 hours, and it's a great show. And I know if some of you guys were at the one around Conkerman, that was a great show. So we're going to hold one at Patrick Henry College in Virginia on September 27th from 12 to 4 p.m. Should be a great show. We got a great speaker lineup. We've got a lot of RAV personalities. We love RAV. We love your partnership that we have together. So it's going to be a great event.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a good event. Now, I was talking to you off air because obviously the America First Warehouse, there's no place like it around here if you haven't seen it. But you guys, this time you picked Patrick Henry College, and I was saying to you, because you were saying that you're going to have Charlie Kirk and you're going to have some Q&A, and you invited the students.
That's right.
And when you said that, it kind of caught my attention, because when you think about colleges these days, maybe even, especially up and down the East Coast and Virginia, even though they've got Glenn Youngkin as the governor, still a lot of stuff going on there that you shake your head at what's going on in Virginia. But you said this is a pretty Christian conservative college. It is a Christian conservative college.
It very much is so. I was quite pleasantly surprised. I walked up. I was just there last Monday meeting with the woman that I'm doing the show with, their representative. And I walked up, and there was a young man, couldn't have been more than 20 years old. And he was sitting there looking at a book. Classes haven't even started yet. He looked up at me and he goes, "Good morning, sir. How are you?" I said, "I'm doing well. How are you doing?" He goes, "I'm doing great. It's a beautiful morning." I said, "Well, that's awesome." I said, "You have a wonderful day." He said, "You too. God bless." Now, I don't know how many college campuses around the U.S. you're going to get that kind of, reception for. I'm always flying my American flag and my Navy flag. So, on some campuses I might be run off. So it was a pleasant surprise, and it immediately attracted me to Patrick Henry College.
Yeah. And to that point, and I just read, I forget where I saw this article today, but I'm sure the work you guys do at AMAC, and you getting out there and and having these events and interacting with college kids and seeing what you guys are seeing and the work you guys are doing at AMAC, I feel like there is a cultural change going on. There is a change on campuses. There is a change in young men around the country. What are you guys seeing?
Yeah, we're seeing that as well. There's a lot of, not only is there a cultural, there's almost a spiritual change in young people as well. I feel like we're seeing it. And make no mistake, we're in a spiritual warfare in this country. I mean, whether you like to think that or not, I truly believe that. And a lot of young people are finding their faith. And it's amazing to see the transformation in our young people and, their values. And all of a sudden the veil is lifted, and, hopefully we can, have a younger generation of some common sense minded people that understand that what these people are trying to do to them is not right.
Yeah. As someone who's taken their first child to college, and Paul, you've gone through this, it took us a long time to try to figure out, I didn't want to tell him where to go, but, obviously as a parent, you want him to go someplace where, like that kid you met on that campus. And,
That's right.
and there's no phony business going on. There's no, any of this nonsense that we're seeing. And it nowadays it takes a while. Well, we were lucky enough to find Sacred Heart in Connecticut, and he liked it.
That's a great school.
Yeah, and that's where he's going to end up going. But you're right. There's still a lot of campuses, college campuses, that are suffering from the Trump derangement syndrome, DEI, wokeness, and all that.
That's true. And I think it also goes right back to, you said it took a while, but fortunately, you guys chose the right school. Unfortunately, with the public school system, a lot of parents can't choose. That's why it's so important with these school vouchers and the legislation that's allowing people to choose where they send their kids through K through 12 is super important.
So let's talk about boot camp for patriots. What can people who come to the college expect that night or that day?
So what we do is we have this really, supercharged environment. We have panels. This go around, we're going to have a panel on immigration, a panel on the indoctrination of our children in public schools, because whether you think it's over, it's not. Just because the Trump administration is in. Just today, you had Loudoun County, Virginia, double down on allowing male students in female bathrooms, along with 4 other school districts in Northern Virginia. So it's still happening, despite what you think, and it's not better. So we want to be out there and tell people on that. So that's what that panel is going to do. And we have some people from the local area, parents that were once, their children was involved in an indoctrination process, and that turned the parent into an activist. We have a lot of speakers on election integrity, always important. The SAVE Act, you got this battle between the SAVE Act and ERIC voting systems, and why anyone wouldn't want to use the SAVE Act over ERIC. And you say that to, just the average Joe, they don't even know what either one of those are. So we're trying to educate people and do that for them. And then we have Charlie Kirk. We're hoping to invite the whole student body for Patrick Henry College to come on down. We know how much the young people like Charlie, so we're excited about it.
We're speaking with Dave Kane from AMAC, Boot Camp for Patriots. AMAC to host a day of truth, action, and resolve ahead of critical elections. And if you look at the flyer that was up again, you saw Charlie Kirk, Rebecca Weber, obviously the CEO of AMAC, the great John Solomon. I see you have Frank Gaffney as well. So a lot of great stuff. You have some other speakers as well. Anybody else you can let us know that people can look forward to seeing?
We have Ben Berquam. I'm sure you guys all know Ben. And we also have Phil Klein from Liberty U. We have...
Mark Serrano. It looks like you have Mark Serrano.
See what you did to me?
Yeah. Dr. Gina Loudon.
Well, we have Rebecca Weber, our CEO, obviously. She's an amazing speaker. We have Jason Sneed, Lynn Taylor. We have Moms for Liberty coming for the woke ideology. Tons of people it's going to be a great day.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a great day. So what else is AMAC working on right now? Tell us a little bit about, kind of what you guys are seeing, what else you guys are doing, how's membership, obviously, and I know this audience has responded in a big way. What else are you guys working on?
Well, our 501c4 AMAC Action, they're the real driving force behind our advocacy, and they do a great job. And we're behind most of the acts that are out there, the SAVE Act and things like that. And what we do is we have our members, we have an incredible member base. The AMAC members are, if we call them in need, they come in droves, and they'll send 70,000 letters to a congressman or a senator's office telling them, you better vote for this or you better not vote for this, and this is why. And all the typical issues that you have out there, we're fighting against.
Yeah. Again, AMAC Action, Saving the Nation Boot Camp for Patriots is going to be September 27th, 12 to 4 p.m. at Patrick Henry College in Purcellville, Virginia. You can get your tickets, or you can go to AMAC, obviously, amac.com, and get your tickets right there on the homepage.
amac.us.
amac.us. What am I saying?
Yeah,
amac.us/Studio 6B if you want to sign up and be a member as well.
Right.
Get your tickets, amac.us. Guys, any questions for Dave?
Well, I could just say, one, it's great to have you here, and what you're doing is incredible. I said it going in, like, this isn't, we need more conservative groups that make a difference, that are able to really get the message with such strength and authority, especially with the kind of clout you guys bring. And you brought up the spiritual awakening, and I'm seeing it a lot in the kids that my kids are friends with. And it really gives me so much hope. It really excites me, especially because, like, you see men like Charlie Kirk, who to me is a rock star. He's an absolute hero. He's made it totally cool to be a bad Christian.
Yeah.
Like, he's made Christianity a rock star status. And, these kids have been told that they're wrong because the colors. They're told they've been wrong because they're trying their best. They've been told that they are just born wrong, so to speak. And there is a spiritual warfare going on because it's evil, and it's the darkness of that Marxist party. And all of these people from, the top down have done everything in their power to indoctrinate our children. When moms were forced into the workplace, the state took care of your kids, and their moral foundation was gone, and what you guys are doing is fantastic. I'm just curious, the age limit is 50. You have to be 50 to get into AMAC?
Actually, there's no age limit. When we started off, when Dan Weber, our founder, who unfortunately passed away several years ago, he started it as a senior organization to be the competitor to AARP because he felt like they just didn't represent his values. So he went to look for another organization that did. Lo and behold, there was none. So Dan Weber, the man that him being, and I knew Dan very, very well, he says, I'm going to start my own. This is a guy who was getting ready to retire. He had a successful
That's great.
small insurance agency, very successful, getting ready to retire with his wife, Judy. And he started this organization in 2007. Fast forward to today, over 2 million members, incredible. 230 employees, and making a real difference in the world. So hats off to Dan Weber.
Yeah,
I'd
absolutely.
love to see an AMAC group for, high schoolers and youth. I just think there'd be a great way for them to feel like they're part of something going in, and, just to create that kind of bond early on. So maybe if you guys invent that, just...
Yeah, we're working on that. We were hoping to fast track that with Charlie's group. We just kind of commingle with him.
We're speaking with Dave Kane from AMAC. Again, September 27th. Be ready as Virginia marches towards the midterms. Very, very important. And, man, we lived in such a collapsed world calendar-wise for the political. Midterms are going to be here before we know it. Saving the Nation Boot Camp for Patriots, September 27, 12 to 4. amac.us to get your tickets. Go check them out, Dave. We really appreciate you coming to the studio and hanging out with us for a little bit.
Thank you, guys. We love you guys. AMAC loves Rav. You guys, we love you guys. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
And because you're sitting in Slick Rick's seat, you have to show your shoes now.
They're not going to be as fancy as Slick Rick's.
All right, 13 past the hour, just getting started live from Studio 6B. We're back right after this.
If he was wearing lipstick boots, I'd have a problem.
But I truly believe, when I said that about a spiritual warfare, I agree. I'm dead serious. And
Chat. We're live on social media, just so everybody knows.
No, you can stay with us, but
no, you can hang. You
can hang until Rick. But I'm with you. You were saying about a spiritual. About that, like why there is no like AMAC for teenagers, like give them a club, let them go, you let it work in a movie or AAA, and let them have this little club that costs them $1 or something if they show student, just get them in just early.
To get the engagement. Yeah, we're working on that. Okay. And again, one of the things, we were up in Michigan last Father's Day at the Turning Point Action event in downtown Michigan, Detroit. Excuse me, and it was great just meeting all these young
Aaron, is Slick
kids
here yet?
That were so
It's great.
Okay.
It was awesome to see.
It's great.
It gave me hope.
Yeah. you know, my wife and I have been watching. We like to go to church, but it's the summer. The kids are all home, so we've been watching church in our outdoor living room,
Which is great.
And it's like they're out in the morning, and we keep getting them to sit a little bit. Like I wish I would have started. I was born again October 13th, 23, so that's when I declared my life was
People are saying no
I
sound.
fully surrendered to Christ, and I do regret not. It's his timing and all, but I wish
his timing is perfect.
It is. It really is perfect. By the way.
Chat. Can you hear us?
But boy,
No, but I know. But these comments were just now, not back then.
All I pray for is my kids to feel this power and this joy, because it's unlike anything I've ever felt in my life.
Well, I can tell you as a grandparent, you get a second chance to start tomorrow.
All right, they say here. Okay, sound is back now. All right,
I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we got 40 seconds.
Should I jump off?
You gonna have Hank?
I don't have my mic.
You want to hang? You can hang if you want.
Hang, sure.
We're going to talk about some things. You want to jump in?
Gotta do Rick's job now. Slick Rick's.
Yeah, you can do sports if you want. Slick's not here yet, so you can do sports if you want.
Can I bash the Yankees for poor performance?
No.
All right, 17 past the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday, brand new week, the 18th. Glad you're in. Slick's going to be here, do some sports in a little bit. Delgado's here now. He's going to do some headline news. Paul's going to have some news as well. Dave Kane from AMAC has joined us. He's going to hang out a little bit since Slick's not here. Dave's going to do sports here coming now. Dave's going to hang out, though. We'll talk about some things that happened today. And I just once again want to remind you, Saving the Nation Boot Camp for Patriots is happening September 27th with our friends from AMAC, 12 to 4 p.m. Great speakers, including our own John Solomon. Looks like Dr. Gina Loudon, Michelle Bacchus, Ben Berkwam. Great speakers, great day, 12 to 4, an impactful 4 hours down there at Patrick Henry College. And we want to see all the students from Patrick Henry College be a part of it. So it's going to be a great day. So
my question is, how the hell are you going to get all that stuff in just 4 hours? Because, I mean, you got a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a good point, Dave. Do you have like a big, get off the stage sign that comes up for people when they run too long?
We have a timer to get them off. And as the producer of the show, it's rough to keep the run of show on time. And I tell you, in this particular one, because it's in the gymnasium, I have to stay particularly close to schedule because I have from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock to be out of there because they have a basketball game starting.
Oh.
So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
I apologize in advance to Patrick Henry College, the basketball team specifically.
Yes, boys, move your game to the parking lot.
Either that, or you and Charlie can take turns, maybe calling the game for the teams.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, there's lots to talk about today.
Oh my goodness, so much to talk about.
And I'll just start with, well, I really wanted to actually start on the weekend shows because I try to stomach the weekend shows so you don't have to, because most of you I know have, well, I don't know, taste. So I watched Margaret Brennan and Kristen Welker and Martha Raddatz. I mean, and the three of them, I mean. I got to be somewhat nicer because Dave's here and he doesn't want to hear the language probably. But I mean, God, the three of them are just so brutal and miserable. And Rubio was great.
Yes. Who was he on with?
I mean, he was on with all three.
He was. Okay.
It's like how many liberal wackadoo crackpots can you face in one day? I think these things are pre-taped, some of them, so he didn't have to do them back to back to back. But they all aired on Sunday, so it looked like he did all three of them. And I mean, just one wackier than the next. One arguing against peace more than the next. It's just stunning.
Yeah.
The TDS is so off the page that they sit there and they actually argue against the man trying to come to some agreement, which there was great steps taken today. And we have said this since last week. Everybody was quick to pan what happened in Alaska. Oh, disaster. Oh, didn't get what he wants. Oh, he got steamrolled. And he said, wait, slow down here. There's a reason they didn't take questions.
Yep.
There's obviously some very delicate things going on in the background. And then you look at today. What other leader, let me ask the audience this, what other leader could have gone to Alaska, did what he did there, and then 2 days later have this amount, have basically all of Europe at your place, almost at the snap of your fingers? And what a different feel it had today, from Zelensky to all of the leaders there, with the praise they gave the president. One guy said, I think the guy from Finland said, we've seen more in the last 2 weeks than we saw in the last 3.5 years in a movement towards peace here. No one else could have done this. Biden, 0 chance. Kamala Harris, 0 chance. Clinton, 0 chance. Obama, 0 chance. 0 chance that any one of them could have had the 72 hours that the president has had here. And getting this kind of coalition together, he actually, the word is he stepped out today to actually call Putin on the phone.
Well, we talked about that on Friday. You know, when they're like, oh, well, you know, it's going to be weeks before they do it. No, he's not going. It's strike while the iron's hot. This is the way he does deals, right?
Transactional.
Right. It's
motion
like, okay,
motion is success. It's got to keep moving.
If you got somebody already on the hook, why wouldn't you reel them in?
Yeah, he's a closer.
Yeah, he's the closer. He's like, all right, now I need you over here. You're going to be here on Monday. I was off by a day. I thought he'd have them all by Sunday, or at least Zelensky. He had them by Monday. Doesn't matter to me as long as they're all there. And now he's engaging with Putin to say, all right, here's our counter. Let's get this done. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the week they're like, oh, well, what are you talking about, a ceasefire? You know what a ceasefire is? You know why they're all complaining about a ceasefire? Because a ceasefire continues the conflict. It doesn't stop anything. It lets you reload. Right. It's like a timeout.
It means that Raytheon stock keeps going up. Then Northrop Grumman stock goes up.
That's exactly right.
These guys, they don't. You mentioned all the players in the deep state. None of those guys would want to end this war.
No.
The Ukraine is the piggy bank for the globalist machine to run all their scams through it. They got their bio labs there. They've got their child trafficking apparatus there. They had crypto scams run through there. It's all kinds of money goes in the front door, goes to the government, out the back door, into the Democratic Party. Right. It's an absolute scam. It's a money laundering system. So guys like Biden, Obama, Kerry, even McCain, Clinton's, you know, all
Lindsey
these people,
Graham, those types.
Yeah, every single one of them facilitate. Victoria Nuland, all these neocon puppets did everything in their power to build this war, to turn it into their slush fund, and they all got rich in the process. Yeah, and none of them wanted to end this war.
And the only reason that they want the ceasefire is a chance to reload, to see how do we keep this going, because if you're a sports fan or a boxing fan like we know Trump is, it's a standing 8 count, right? And who wants a standing 8 count? The loser does, because he needs time. The winner, Trump, he wants the knockout. He doesn't want the standing 8 count. That's why you want a ceasefire, because you want time to regroup. The winner says, no, I'm going to knock your butt out. Here we go.
Well, Trump said today he doesn't mind the idea of a ceasefire because it stops the killing, which is ultimately what he really wants to happen. So he did say that today, but he also said that I haven't needed one.
Did you ever hear Hitler say that? Let's stop the killing. I mean, kidding? Right. The guy has been the most anti-war president we've ever seen, possibly.
Right. And the only one saying, oh, we need a ceasefire are the media and the lefties, like, oh, he didn't get a ceasefire. I guess he lost. No, he's actually going to win by knocking this out.
They just want to frame their base into thinking Trump derangement syndrome is worth having. So they continue to lie to their morons. Their audience, they're fully captured by their audience. They have no choice but to say what they want them to hear.
I mean, Dave, when you watch the president operate, he's a businessman. We saw him in New York be a businessman before he was president, and he continues to operate that way, right? He's very transactional. Let's just get it done.
That's right. And I think you have two sides here, and you guys both nailed it. You have the left, who have the TDS, where they won't give Trump any wins. They would rather see the war go on for the entirety of Trump's administration, and then the next day, God forbid, if there's a Democratic president, then they'll want it, and they'll all hail the new, the new president. And then you have the right war machine people that get rich off of it that want it as well. So he's getting it from both sides. He's not taking it from either of them. Yeah. And I just love to see him work at his art, and he is true master at his art.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, there was early word out. The word was that even though this meeting had ended, that none of the leaders had been seen leaving the White House. there had been no motorcades out of the White House, even though the actual roundtable meeting had ended some hour, 2 hours ago. And the word was that I think it was Ducey reported on Fox. He said, I haven't seen anybody actually leave yet.
Well, they didn't all get all dressed up for nothing. They're all there.
deals.
Let's negotiate. Let's
Making deals.
Let's make this happen.
And that's the idea. The idea is that people would not be surprised if he has Zelensky and Putin together here in the very near future.
Which isn't a bad idea. You hear about the left freaking out. Oh my goodness, he welcomed President Putin to Alaska, to American soil. You know how huge that was? Not only the flyover where after he does the flyer, he gives him a little elbow like, you see that?
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, exactly. But you also
patted him on the head.
Right. But you also see the left freaking out because they're like, wow, he's a war criminal. How much did Putin have to swallow to end up here?
That's right.
Think about that.
And I think Zelensky learned his lesson. He actually came in a suit.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Brian Glenn with a little back and forth today. We'll talk about that as well. 26 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. We'll take a break. We're back right after this.
Love your show, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So much.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, that means a lot, man. I really appreciate you saying that.
Of course, our
Thanks.
partnership with you guys is invaluable. I'm on the phone regularly. We text each other over the holidays.
Yeah, good.
and stuff. Harry's my boy. I love that guy. I really do. We go to happy hour.
Harry on the highway. We love Harry
Actually,
on
we
the
just
highway.
hired a guy. Randomly, I know Harry goes very well. I go, work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he works for us. Yeah, such a nice guy. Yeah. Got that. Yeah, you got it.
No, play when we come back.
I'll come back. Yeah, no,
Wanna play it now?
Appreciate it. You have so many.
I can wait.
No.
Well, we're down.
You know.
Well
Together
done.
we're stronger, guys.
Well done.
Amen.
Well done.
Take care.
Thanks,
See you again.
guys.
Take it easy.
Go home and watch the rest of your show.
All right, chat. What's going on in the chat?
So much.
Yes, good to see you. Yes, please do.
My daughter. Together.
Do me a favor. Tell Charlie
Oh, wow.
Kirk we have a good show here. Put a good word in for us.
What does that tell you?
Ah,
Damon will do it for free. What? I'm sorry. I was kidding.
Maybe.
Chat. What's going on in the chat?
oh, Monday Night Football.
Aaron.
Is it
Slickster,
on?
how are you?
Yeah, there is. What's up, big day? Yeah, Bengals and Washington Commanders.
You see it?
Yeah.
Aaron, I still think I got to go a little bit more to Aaron, a little more to my right.
You can do that
I
inside.
think a little more to my right, right? Do I look?
yeah, I
Yeah.
picture
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And that's only part of it.
I was like, what's going
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
If they do the AMAC Junior Club, I'll cut you in on a piece of it.
30 minutes past the hour, live from Studio 6B on Monday, August 18th. More than halfway through the month already. Man, September is here. School's back. College is here. Man, it's just flying by. Slickster's in the house. Slickster, looking good. How are you?
Good to be there. How you doing, man?
I'm good. You want to try that again? Yeah, everything was good? How's your weekend?
I'm running here. Yeah.
I know you are. That's all right. Dave was here from Mamak.
I know. I saw that.
He was great.
He's fantastic.
Boot camp for Patriots coming up in September.
Nice.
Their big event.
Is it juniors now, Paul?
He was good.
I was thinking there should be like a teen AMAC club.
Yeah.
You know, let's bring them in early.
Why not?
Why not? If you get $10 a month for another 2 million people, what the heck?
Yeah, it's a good idea, Paul.
Good business.
Yeah.
Saving the Nation Boot Camp for Patriots, September 27th at Patrick Henry College, 12 to 4 p.m. You can get your tickets at amac.us. amac.us right there on the homepage. And, of course, if you want to join AMAC, amac.us/Studio6B. And, I don't know, the deals they run are just ridiculous to join for 5 years. It's like the cost of nothing. And you get great stuff. But so check it out, amac.us. For the tickets for the boot camp for Patriots and amac.us/Studio6B if you want to become an AMAC member. So, Slickster, how was your weekend? How about that big UFC, huh?
Oh, yeah. Wow. It was not.
I've never seen a favorite, the champ, be that big an underdog. And by the way, the odds makers were dead on right because he got demolished.
You should have known.
Khamzat Chimaev is another class in the ring. And DDP found out, and he's been the class of that weight class. Obviously, he's the champ, undefeated. But Chimaev is just ridiculous.
Now you think?
Oh my God, that was a drubbing.
You think he'll be on the card at the White House when they do the big UFC fight?
I have no idea if he will, because I don't know who they could put in front of him. That would be I don't know who they put in front of him.
Wow.
I mean, that was 5 rounds of just pure domination like I've never seen.
Yeah, it was like a trip to the butcher.
Oh, my God. It was so brutal. I couldn't believe it. I paid for the pay-per-view, waited up, thought this was going to be such a great fight. He just
What
got
time did the
crushed.
fight go off?
Just got crushed.
Probably 11:58.
What time did the fight go off?
Probably like, I don't know, like 12.
Yeah, 11:58.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it went 5 rounds.
I was asleep 3 hours.
But it was just 5 rounds of just having a blanket on top of you. It was just crazy. And Scotty Scheffler is just, oh, my God.
He's unbelievable.
That guy's just not here. My dad and I were texting. Scotty three putts on 15. And my dad texts me and says, oh, my God, he might be actually human. And 2 holes later, he makes this ridiculous chip-in hole. And I said,
Statement redacted.
What did you say about being human? He said, yeah, forget it. He's not.
He's incredible.
Crazy. So
Yeah, NFL's in full swing. We got a lot going on, man. Football's coming down, big.
Oh, man, odds makers is getting closer. Can't wait. So we'll get to sports. Delgado's here. Paul's here. Paul, you said your weekend was good, or how was your day today?
It was interesting. Me and my brother have this thing. We call it the Daily Stupid Report.
Oh.
It's when you do something like goofy.
Okay.
Well, it started. I was so excited to get to my my new project. We got our permits. I opened my my car door right into a big stone wall, and I put a nice dent in it. But that didn't bother me because I was there to work, and I'm just going to be grateful. And then we were moving a giant, big old Sub-Zero fridge. We're moving it, and as I'm pulling up the dolly, I hyperextended my elbow, but I didn't let that get to me.
Okay.
But when I went home and I was like, oh, I missed my barber, I tried to give myself a haircut.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God.
So that's right. I got a hole in my head. And
You tried to give yourself a haircut?
What the hell did you do?
I did that during COVID once because there was no barbershops open. It was terrible. But what's your excuse?
I had a buzzer, and my friend who I just did her kitchen and bathrooms, I'm talking to her like this, and I'm like, oh, I'll just try to clean up. And the clip fell off, and it was like Jackass TV show where they'd run around with a buzzer and put ball spots in each other. Well, I did it to myself. So I was 0 for 3 today.
Oh.
But other than that, I'm still having a good time.
All right, good.
Oh, yeah, you look good.
Embrace it, Paul. I love that.
Other
You
than
just
that,
embrace
Lincoln,
it.
how'd you enjoy the
Right
play?
into it.
You're still a handsome devil, if I don't say so myself.
Just don't turn to the right. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just look straight to the camera. You'll be fine.
We get extra likes today because of how stupid I am.
Yeah. Are you ready to do some sports, Slick, or you
Not
need a
just
little
yet.
time?
I need a couple.
Okay, Paul needs a little time. So let's do some headlines. The
I had a
greatest
good
headlines.
weekend, Damon.
I'm sorry?
I had a good weekend.
Well, I asked you in the beginning of the
No,
show.
you didn't. Nobody asked.
No, nobody asked.
I've been waiting.
You're still carrying your bag with
I
your.
had a great.
You've
what?
lost us with that bag.
Yeah,
You have.
I had a great weekend.
You had me cracking up
I
today.
did something else I've never done before.
Okay, what did you do, Delgado?
This time,
Made a coherent statement.
Gave us a good piece of news.
I watched the preseason football game.
Oh, we saw you, dumb.
Oh, here we go. Aaron,
I
look out.
actually went to a place called Claudio's. You ever hear of that place
I
Of
have.
course.
Claudio's on the water.
in Greenport?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a good place!
Nice
First
place.
time ever there. I
Really?
always heard about it, never went. Decided to give it a shot.
I know Tony, the owner.
Do you?
Yeah.
He says hi.
He's a fantastic guy.
Is he?
Did anybody recognize you?
No, nobody recognized me.
No.
But no, it
Didn't
was
fall
cool.
off the
It was-
pier either, obviously.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And I swim very well.
good.
But no, the food was great.
Oh,
Food was
food's
great.
excellent.
The atmosphere
Yeah.
was great. The huge boats
How
were
about
awesome
band?
to look at.
Great
band
band?
was fun.
Always have great bands
Always a
there.
good time.
You know, my friend Peter's got a boat, lives in Connecticut. He used to get on the boat and come across to Claudio's and have lunch, get some clams fired up and get some oysters fired up, and then just get on the boat and go home.
Yeah, it was all seafood yesterday. I had the mahi, the
So,
tacos.
So your buddy would spend like $180 on fuel
Yeah.
to spend $180 on clams.
You have to spend 180 to
send
get
them
home. Yep.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. So
It's good time. Good time.
Could have went to Arthur Treach's.
yeah, I used to like Arthur Treachers growing up, Paul.
Me too.
That was big in Connecticut. Yeah, that's
That
a
was
good
good.
one.
The guy with the hat.
Good French
reference.
fries, too. Good
Yeah.
French fries.
All right, 36 past the hour. Let's
Now
do
I'll
some.
do news.
What?
Now I can do news.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, let's do the greatest headlines in the world and hear what that is. Rica Delgado. What's going on, Delgado?
All right. Well, the aforementioned presidential meeting with all the leaders of Europe and President Zelensky from Ukraine happened at the White House today. But of course, things got kicked off with our own Real America's Voice own Brian Glenn as he kicked off the questions for the Ukraine president. And of course, Donald Trump had to out him. Here it is, cut number 6. Check it out for yourself. Here's Brian Glenn asking President Zelensky about his wardrobe attire. Cut 6. Check this out.
Brian, go ahead, Brian.
Yes, sir. I've got a question for each of you. First of all, Mr. President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, you look good.
I said the same thing.
Yeah, looks good on
I
you.
said the one that attacked you last time. See, that was, I remember.
I apologize to you. You look wonderful. No, my first question for you, President Zelensky.
In the same suit.
That's pretty good.
See, I changed you are not.
There
I
you go.
changed, you didn't. That's pretty good.
That was excellent, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So there you have it,
Brian.
a little follow-up on
love
the
it.
initial hullabaloo from months ago when Zelensky first visited the White House and, of course, showed up in his romper, whatever they call it over there, his dungaree jacket or whatever he was wearing. Also, of course, they discussed what was discussed over the weekend with President Putin, and here is President Trump on the meeting with Zelensky and the European leaders talking about what they hope to accomplish. This is cut number 8. You can check this out, cut 8.
We've had a very successful day thus far. Important discussions as we work to end the killing and stop the war in Ukraine. We're all working for the same goal, very simple goal. We want to stop the killing, get this settled. I've just had the honor of being with President Zelensky and all of the discussions that we've had. We covered a lot of territory, and I spoke indirectly with President Putin today. We're going to call President Putin right after this meeting. I'm sure we're going to have a solid meeting, good meeting, maybe a great meeting, and we're going to try and work out a trilat after that and see if we can get it finished, put this to sleep, because this is not since the Second World War has there been anything like this.
Yeah, so we see the rapid movement that the president is attempting to make to kind of wrap this thing up. The leaders presented a united front at the White House with Zelensky and his European allies, stressing the need for security guarantees in an eventual peace deal to deter Russia from invading in the future. Mr. Trump said the guarantees would involve the U.S. in some form, but didn't go into details as to what those might look like. As you heard there, he's also had planned to call the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, shortly after the meeting's wrapped, which could explain why, Damon, you pointed out that nobody seems to have left the White House at this time, and maybe they're They're trying to get this done tonight while everybody's in town.
Well, maybe they have by now. This was like a couple hours ago that Ducey reported that I think it was in the 6 to 7 hour that no one had left, and I think the thing wrapped around 5. So it was about an hour and a half later, and he said that he hadn't seen any of the foreign dignitaries leave the White House. So.
Right. All right. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll pay attention.
But the point being, no one else could do this.
Right.
No, so you can listen to these lamos in the media and these Sunday morning shows, which are just repulsive. And Rubio was fantastic, and I'll get to it. We don't have time to get to all 3 clips. We'll do the rest of the news this segment, but we'll get to the clips of these 3 bozos with Rubio. Martha Raddatz. I mean, why don't you just come out, Martha Raddatz, and just say, as long as Trump's president, let them keep killing each other. I don't want him to succeed at all just because it's him. I don't mind if people die. Just come out and say it.
That's right.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. And wrapping up the...
Mr. Secretary, did you know that the carpet was red? Did you know that they rolled out a red carpet? It was the color red. Thank you, Martha. Idiot.
And finally, here is Peter Ducey from another network asking Zelensky what it will take to end this. He basically asked him a point-blank question, which Zelensky tactfully decides not to answer by filibustering a bit. But you take a listen and decide for yourself. Here's cut number 10. Check this out.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple years, or are you going to agree to redraw the maps?
Thank you for your question. So, first of all, we live under each day attacks. That today have been a lot of attacks and a lot of wounded people, and the child was dead. Small one year and a half. So we need to stop this war, to stop Russia, and we need support American and European partners. And we will do our best for this. So, and I think we show that we are strong people, and we supported the idea of the United States, of personally of President Trump, to stop this war, to make a diplomatic way of finishing this war, and we are ready for trilateral, as President said. This is a good signal about trilateral. I think this is very good. Thank you.
Mr. President.
Yeah, so he doesn't answer the question whether he's committed to sending more people to their death, but whatever, as long as he tries to work out a deal and I guess tries to remain in power, which I think would be one of the stipulations is this guy's got to go since...
By the way, that was Brian's other really fantastic question, was about holding elections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he has not allowed there to be elections.
He also hasn't allowed there to be one dissenting station that challenges his lack of authority.
Shut them all down.
All right, 17 to the hour, live from Studio 6B. More news, sports, Paul Nolan, all coming up. And we'll get to the 3 clips of these kook crackpots on the Sunday morning shows coming up.
My guy is up to 40. Yeah, I've been the same guy for 30-some years. Yeah. But it's down in Amityville, and I was up in Great Neck, and I totally forgot. So I was like...
You're cut so hard that you can't just walk into any place?
I don't know.
I would say no.
Same for you, right? Like
Exactly. What do you mean?
I got to get to the chat. I got to
Chat.
I want to know if people think it's funny that we have a daily stupid report. Because, you do goofy stuff all the time, and it's like, if it's...
No, I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You're like a walking daily stupid report. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Shut up, Aaron.
Hey, Guys, first things first. Let's get that chat crank. We only have 247 likes.
What?
And
What's
then
going on here?
And then I want to ask the guys in the chat, what do you pay your barber for a haircut? Fee plus tip. Let me see what we. I really need to know.
And Deuceade, 68,
New Jersey girl says I still look. New Jersey girl, do I still look okay with the hole in my head?
They love you, Paul, no matter what. You can shave all your hair off, they still love you. Deuceade 80, 68, $5 in the super chat. Excitement in the Nolan household starts with the phrase, "Here, hold my clippers."
That's funny.
Paul, tell him to buzz off. Yeah.
Just get some black spray paint.
Yeah.
Remember that commercial?
Yeah.
Ask Vin for his shoe polish.
Yeah,
that
remember the
he's
guy used to
putting
spray
his
the
hair,
back of your hair?
Yeah.
All right, Adam pays $30. CRD Turbo 25.
Here you go, Paul.
20, 50 with
Paul.
tip for hubby. Wow.
Paul.
30.
Let's see. In the Rumble chat, Bilson says you need a Sharpie. I've got a Sharpie for you.
I'll let you
want
do
to
it on
darken
air.
that in?
25.
I will let you do that right on air right
20,
now. Let's do it.
30.
Go ahead. You can paint it.
No, I don't
20.
want, because that's not going to
99.
99 for a haircut. Slick Rick only pays what? How much do you pay Rick for a
I
haircut?
pay $135 for a cut and color. And then I give the guy, and then by the time I tip him out the door, I'm about $160 in the hole for that. So 10 times what Damon pays for his haircut, I pay.
Yeah.
But I'm in the grocery store. I'm in the market yesterday, and the girl, was she 25? She goes, "I like your hair color."
Segue, I like that. $10, $5 tip, 8 minutes
the girl,
in, out
the girl
done.
at the store says the same thing to my mom.
What if you went natural, Slick? What would you be, gray?
Yeah.
White?
Totally. I'd be white as your shirt.
Steven Johnson
I think
said
you'd
it's
look
going to
good
be
like that,
noticeable
though.
for a
Not
while.
yet. One day. Not now, pal. One day.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, pal.
Right.
He doesn't have the.
Talk about my hair color. I get very sensitive.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B on a Monday, August 18th, Real America's Voice. I want to thank Dave Kane from AMAC coming in to start the show. Slick was going to be a little late anyway, so it worked out great.
Great guy.
He is a great guy. Boot Camp for Patriots, September 27th, down at Patrick Henry College, Purcellville, Virginia. And if you're a student at Patrick Henry College, number one, you should be in the chat letting us know that you are, number one. Number two, make sure you get all the students over there. It's going to be a great day. Charlie Kirk, Rebecca Weber, John Solomon, Frank Gaffney. That's just a few. Mark Serrano, Jason Sneed, Lynn Taylor, Heather Honey, Charles Stuckland, Jennifer Bengstrom, our own Dr. Gina Loudon, Michelle Backus, Ben Berkwam. Hello.
Oh, Ben. Wow.
I mean,
I thought it was funny. Dave's like, "You guys know him?"
Yeah, yeah, Ben. Yeah,
we kind of know him.
He's all right.
Best.
September 27th, 12 to 4 p.m., Patrick Henry College. Get your tickets, amac.us. amac.us right there on the homepage. You'll see the graphic, Boot Camp for Patriots, so check it out. Great day. Anywhere John Solomon's going to be is going to be a great day because he's going to give you great stuff, maybe even some inside information. You never know. So 12 minutes to the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some sports. Speaking of great guys, sports is brought to you by our friend Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use at MyPillow. What's so funny?
I said, speaking of great guys,
I thought you were
this jackass
referring
goes,
to me.
"Oh, thank you." And it's like, he's not talking
No,
about
I was talking
you.
about Mike Lindell.
Okay.
But we know you're a great guy, Slick.
See?
You don't need
There
me
you
to
go.
say it.
See that Delgado?
Yeah, see that Delgado? And here with sports is Slickster. Slick, what's going on?
Monday Night Football's going on, Big D. I could feel football season coming, but it's preseason. Probably the safest place in the nation to watch a game down in D.C. right now. I bet you it's real safe to watch football there nowadays. Northwest Stadium, and the Commanders with a commanding, well, not so commanding, but with a lead 14-7 over the Bengals. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's heating up preseason. Jets and Giants over the weekend. Delgado's out there texting and burying the Jets for the year. But good game. Giants look good. I mean, Russell Wilson with an 80-yard bomb to open up the game. I thought that was pretty
Aaron,
good.
did you respond on the group text to Delgado's shots at you for your Jets this weekend?
No.
No, I put him on mute.
Oh, okay. Very good.
That sounds like his family.
I saw the first text and I said, "Not tonight."
Okay, very
Turned my
good.
phone
There
off.
you go. That sounds like his family, too.
Now, didn't the Cleveland Browns draft a quarterback?
Oh, well, Shador.
Yeah.
They have
Sanders,
6
right?
quarterbacks right now on their roster.
So how can I mean, I love Joe Flacco back in the day, but how can Joe Flacco be named the starter today? He's the best quarterback they have?
Well, Shador's definitely injured. He's got an oblique injury, and he's at the best camp right now, Flacco. You know, Flacco's an experienced vet. How old is he now? Like, he's probably pushing 40, right?
About 60, I think.
I thought he was like
60.
41.
Won't be in 60.
41.
He's not that old. I thought he was older. He's not that old.
But, you know, it won't be long. Listen,
this kind of caught me off guard. I thought Joe Flacco. I thought he was just about retired.
I think it is. They have a decent roster. They have a good defense.
Great
they
defense.
Have some
Myles
weapons,
Garrett.
And they have the ability to win some games, but they don't want to rush it with some young quarterback. Let the kid marinate 4, 5, 6 games, get a lay of the land, then let him in. I'm hoping Dart does not see the field all year because he looks like he's going to be the real deal. Let him develop. And how funny is it? The Giants have a quarterback room finally.
I know.
Yeah. Danny DeVito even looked good. Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Vinny Boombat's more like that guy.
Even Danny DeVito would look good right now.
They
But yeah,
ran some, they ran some
and I
interesting
love
plays.
the addition of Jameis Winston. I just think he's
just such a loved guy.
Everybody
Everywhere
says
he goes.
Yeah.
He's just as lovable as it gets.
This Jackson Dart is the real deal, and I'm going to go on record as saying, and I know it's a big statement, but I think he's going to be the next Drew Brees. I think he's got that kind of talent. He's got that pocket presence. He moves around, and I hate to see it because I'm a big Dallas fan, but we better really get that defense going because we got to take that guy out because he's
the
really
next
just
Drew
a good player.
Brees.
Drew Brees?
That's
really?
a bold statement.
I think he's going to. I just said it's a bold statement. I see the same pocket presence and gift. I know Drew Brees, greatest passer, one of the greatest passers of all time, one of. I actually see that in that kid. Imagine 5th round pick, right? I mean, that's amazing that they picked him up that late. I think the Giants got an all-time steal. Russell Wilson will see the field, but I think he's going to be a Drew Brees. You'll see. I hope I'm wrong.
Jackson Dart was 17th overall, right?
I thought he was
First
5th round pick. I thought he was 5th round pick.
No, that was Shador.
Oh, that was Shador? Okay.
Yeah, it was first round, but they traded back into. I think it was 25 or 26.
I thought there was 17, whatever, it doesn't matter. But we got number 3 overall. We got Abdul Carter, who looks like an absolute superstar.
Looks like another Micah Parsons.
It really does.
Good stuff. And let's get to the Major League Baseball because that's heating up too. Big playoff implications on the line here. Wild cards, Mets, Cincinnati Reds, all jockeying for position in the NL. We got the Tigers right now 10-0 over the Astros, middle of the 8th. The Cardinals 5-3 over the Marlins, top of the 8th there as well. Bottom 7, Pirates 3-2 over the Blue Jays. We got the Phillies over the Mariners 7-4, bottom 7. End of 6, Orioles over the Red Sox 2-0 up in Fenway. Down in Atlanta, White Sox blanking the Braves 7-0 there, bottom 4. Mid 4th, Rangers and Royals. Royals trail in that game 3-1. Rockies and Dodgers just underway there out in Colorado. Earlier today, the Brewers, you got to take your hat off to that team. They had won 14 in a row. Finally, Cincinnati, with a walk-off single last night, beat them in the bottom of the 10th late yesterday afternoon. I was screaming and jumping up and down, loved it. But the Brewers had won 14 in a row at that point, lost to Cincinnati, and now they're starting another winning streak because they just won tonight. Best team in baseball. They're at about 645%. They're like 8-9 games into first. Boy, they are the team to beat this year. They are just unbelievable. And I know somebody in the chat last week said I didn't give them enough love. And, it's easy to miss those small market teams because we're always thinking of, Yankees, Dodgers, a little bit of Mets, some of the bigger teams. But, man, Milwaukee, you've got a hell of a team. So my hat's off to the Brewers. And, Reds aren't going to catch you, but they're going to vie for a wild card spot. And they are playing the Angels tonight out west at 9:38 first pitch. Be a late night for Slick. Guardians at the Diamondbacks, 9:40. Also 9:40, Giants are visiting the Padres. All right, let's get to that, Big D. I know you alluded to the UFC earlier tonight, and I'm pulling up MMA Weekly, and Tom Aspinall says UFC 319 main event wasn't the most exciting fight, but heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall reacted to Khamzat Chimaev's dominating UFC 319 championship performance. This is Jeff Kane. A new middleweight champion was crowned in the UFC 319 main event on Saturday night at the United Center in Chicago. What a great venue. Khamzat Chimaev kept his undefeated record intact and took the title from Dricus du Plessis in one-sided fashion for 5 rounds. Chimaev consistently took du Plessis down and controlled him from there. Each round was a wash and repeat of the previous round. Chimaev put du Plessis in a crucifix position, unable to defend himself. Several times, he peppered Du Plessis with short punches with not much on them, like an older brother to a young sibling. Give him a little noogie, right? Heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall watched the UFC 319 event as it happened and was impressed with Chimaev's performance. While Aspinall didn't find the fight to be that exciting, he appreciated the dominance by the Chechen. So it wasn't the most exciting fight ever, but Khamzat was excellent. Aspinall said on the YouTube channel, I thought it was going to be a more exciting fight, first of all, but I love the grappling anyway, so I really enjoyed it. What did you think of the fight, Big D? You thought it was just a sleeper so more or less because he just dominated?
Not at all. Khamzat Chimaev is going to be. I don't know who you're going to put in the ring with him.
The buzzsaw.
I don't know who you're going to put in there. He was dominating like I've never seen. The champion was a 220 underdog. 220 underdog for the champ.
That's crazy. That's unheard of.
I'm thinking to myself, 220?
Yeah, what do they know? Yeah, they knew.
Well, they knew exactly. It was 5 rounds of absolute domination like I've never seen before.
They were begging you to take the champ. They were begging you to put money on him.
They knew.
I mean, to put somebody in a crucifix on that, when you talk about the level of these guys grappling, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, when you talk about that level, all these guys already even make the UFC. To put somebody in a crucifix is, I mean, you may see it once in it. He put him in it 5 times in 25 minutes, like it was nothing.
Wow.
It was insanity.
That's a wrap.
All right, it's a wrap. Hour 1. We'll do some more headlines. We'll get to Paul Nolan's news when we get back. Coming up right after this.
Gregor. God. Those Chechens.
Huh?
What? Did it go all 5 rounds?
Yeah.
Everybody didn't knock.
I think he threw 3 punches the whole. He was on top of him the whole time.
No, I understand. Then how come he couldn't get him to submit? If he had him the whole time.
Did you watch the fight?
No, I didn't. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, you got to watch the fight.
Because it's like, well, usually when somebody gets dominated that badly, you're like, oh, they didn't last very long.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to understand what these guys do on the mat. I mean, it's not. He was not looking to. He went for the choke a couple times when he thought he had it, but Du Plessis, I mean,
he pulled out.
All right.
He got out of it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Domination.
Ugh.
I think he's the best there is now, you think, right?
No, not the best there is. He's
up and coming, yeah.
No, he's one of the best there is. But Ankalaev is almost untouchable too.
Boy, it's going to be an interesting card that they're going to put together at the White House. I don't know if they're going to be able to bring in those kind of names, though. It's going to be a little much. We'll see.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
I mean, Dana will make the fights he wants to make.
I guess so. Yeah. That's true.
He says there's 1 in a billion chance that John Jones will be on it. So I don't suspect to see him. McGregor, I don't know.
John Jones isn't training the way he used to. He's not. He's in it for the money now, and which rightfully so because he deserves a payday.
Well, he's retired. He says he's done.
Yeah, but if he came back, I'm saying the only reason he'd come back is for getting a real payday.
One more payday, like a lot of them do.
Yeah,
it doesn't usually work out.
They offered him $50 million to fight Aspinall, and he turned it down. He's never gotten paid anywhere close to that for a fight.
They offered
him more money than he's seen, made by double.
Yeah, but you know,
And he turned it down because he doesn't want to fight Aspinall.
what's worth more, the legacy or the money?
Because Aspinall does
when you have
the
money.
O.
What you mean what's worth more, your brain and brain damage or money?
Well,
like
if he fights Aspinall, the O.
They're not thinking about brain
has
damage.
got to go.
Well, Jones has been through it all.
No, but he's not thinking about that. That's why he has brain damage.
He's thinking about the O.
Oof.
He wants to keep the O.
Well, that's big.
And you'd be putting that in big danger fighting Aspinall.
Is John Jones 40?
It's like Floyd Mayweather Jr., right? Look at the O he kept.
Could be, yeah. It's probably close.
40.
If your television sounds funny in the evening, you're watching live from Studio 6B.
It is live from Studio 6B, August 18th on a Monday night, Real America's Voice. Glad you're in, everybody. Slick's doing sports. Rick Delgado's going to do some more headline news. Paul Nolan's got the news coming up. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Make sure you follow us on our social media at LFS6B. Those of you, it's about, 6,000 of you joined me this afternoon for what was about a 3.5-hour stream that we did. I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you haven't followed us on our social medias, make sure you do. Follow us at LFS6B pretty much everywhere, and subscribe and hit the bell notification if there is one. I know on YouTube they have one. So you get alerted when I go live, like this morning.
What did you do for 3.5 hours?
We watched all the Zelensky stuff and all that stuff go down in real time. So if you haven't, make sure you follow us at LFS6B pretty much everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Kick, Rumble, Getter, Truth. Lots to do in hour two. We'll try to cover the rest of the news. Couple interesting stories to get to. But I want to get to these clips of the Sunday shows with these three crackpots and Marco Rubio just basically owning them. Let's check before I embarrass myself here, Aaron. Let's see if you have any audio from this. You can let me know. And if not, I'll reset it. But Rubio did all of the, well, that's, no, because it's not playing, which I just don't understand. How about now? Okay, Rubio did all three of the, all three of the morning shows. He had to deal with Martha Radich at ABC, who really, I mean, who's making the decisions over there that she still has this gig? Does anybody watch the show on Sunday?
No.
From ABC, do they actually watch it? They think that she's. I don't know. I don't know how you watch it and think that that's what you want to keep doing. But
that's their idealism. Right?
Let's start over at the worst one. We'll go worst to kind of worst, and that's of course this Brennan over on CBS, who always tries to act like she knows more than the guest, and she has to put on her best book report face, like she's the master of all information. And they all play gotcha, and she tried to play gotcha with Rubio, and here's a little bit of how that went down.
There is concern from the Europeans that President Zelensky is going to be bullied into signing something away. That's why you have these European leaders coming as backup tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Can you
No, it isn't. That's not why they're coming as back. That's not true. No, but that's not that's not true. They're not coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're not coming.
That February Oval Office meeting in front of television cameras where President Zelensky.
Do you know how many meetings we've had since then?
Oh no, I know, and I was just up in Alaska watching the one with Vladimir Putin where a red carpet rolled out.
No, but it was Zelensky. We've had more meetings. We've had one meeting with Putin and like a dozen meetings with Zelensky. So, but that's not true. They're not coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're coming here tomorrow because we've been working with the Europeans. We talked to them last week. There were meetings in the UK over the previous weekend.
And they said President Trump was going to demand a ceasefire
as early as Thursday. No. But you said that they're coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're not coming here tomorrow. Oh, this is such a stupid media narrative that they're coming here tomorrow because Trump is going to bully Zelensky into a bad deal. We've been working with these people for weeks on this stuff. They're coming here tomorrow because they chose to come here tomorrow. We invited them to come. We invited them to come. The president invited them to come.
But the president told those European leaders last week that he wanted a ceasefire. The president went on television, said he would walk out of the meeting.
You know, you have the Secretary of State on your damn show. We all know that you don't know jack about anything, sister. Okay? We all know that going in. I don't know why you have to act like you're the know-it-all, be-it-all of all information. You know more than the Secretary of Defense when you have him on. You know more than the Vice President when you have him on. You know more than all of the guests. So what's the point of coming on your show? Why don't you just talk to the camera and tell us all how it is? Because you know everything.
What's great is there she is arguing for the ceasefire. He said he was going to get he didn't get a ceasefire. Guess what? He might get an end to it all. Isn't that better than a ceasefire, you dolt?
Doesn't she seem like the sorority sister everybody hated?
Yes.
Yes.
Just insufferable, man.
Stop.
Just insufferable.
Arrogance.
Have the Secretary of State on and say, hey, can you take us behind the scenes? Can you tell us what's going on? Can you stop acting like you know everything? You don't know anything. She's insufferable.
She's a sorority sister that's going to end up being the cat lady.
If Vladimir Putin didn't agree with one. He said there would be severe consequences if he didn't agree to one. He said he'd walk out in 2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one. So there's
because obviously things happened during that meeting. Well, because obviously look, our goal here is not to stage some production for the world to say, oh, how dramatic, he walked out. Our goal here is to have a peace agreement to end this war, okay? And obviously we felt, and I agreed, that there was enough progress, not a lot of progress, but enough progress made in those talks to allow us to move to the next phase. If not, we wouldn't be having Zelensky flying all the way over here. We wouldn't be having all the Europeans coming all the way over here. Now understand, and take with a grain of salt, I'm not saying we're on the verge of a peace deal, but I am saying that we saw movement, enough movement to justify a follow-up meeting with Zelensky and the Europeans, enough movement for us to dedicate even more time to this. You talk about the sanctions. Look, at the end of the day, if peace is not going to be possible here, and this is just going to continue on as a war, people will continue to die by the thousands. The president has that option to then come in and impose new sanctions. But if he did this now, the moment the president puts those additional sanctions, that's the end of the talks. You've basically locked in at least another year to year and a half of war and death and destruction. We may unfortunately wind up there, but we don't want to wind up there. We want to wind up with a peace deal that ends this war so Ukraine can go on with the rest of their lives and rebuild their country and be assured that this is never going to happen again. That's the goal here. We're going to do everything possible to make that happen. If it's doable, it will require both sides to make concessions. It will require both sides to get things they're asking for. That's how these deals are made, whether we like it or not.
You know,
I mean, just fantastic in many ways. In the information offered, but the most impressive thing about that is that he's able to actually try to have a conversation without saying, "Hey, moron." Because you know that's what he's thinking.
He framed it like such a gentleman. This is such a stupid media talking point. Right. He didn't call her stupid. He might as well have. But he did it exactly perfect. Like, he did it exactly as supposed to. What you're doing is stupid. The behavior is stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. So he managed to make his point without coming across as a bully. Fantastic work right there by Rubio.
Let's continue. Cut number 2. He headed over to ABC This Week, where Snuffleupagus wasn't in, and Martha Raddatz, who I think does it. Maybe she does it all the time, and short little Georgie. I'm not even sure if he does it anymore. I think she's on most weeks, and she's insufferable too. And another one who thinks she's smarter than she is. Here she is with Rubio.
Critics of President Trump will say the pomp and circumstance, the red carpet, the warm handshake, that President Trump simply lost that Putin...
Notice how she leads with critics of, meaning her. Meaning, this is what I think.
Right.
This is what I think and my handlers who told me what to say.
What a silly narrative to create.
Gained there just by being on the world stage and walking down a red carpet with the president. Your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, critics of President Trump are always going to find something to criticize. You don't even pay attention to it anymore. But I will tell you this. Putin is already on the world stage. He's already on the world stage. The guy's conducting a full-scale war in Ukraine. He's already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal in the world and the second largest strategic nuclear arsenal in the world. He's already on the world stage. When I hear people say that, oh, it elevates him, well, all we do is talk about Putin all the time. All the media's done is talk about Putin all the time for the last 4 or 5 years. That doesn't mean he's right about the war.
You know who's elevated Putin more than anyone that Martha Raddatz wants to talk about? The Democrats, the Russia, the Adam Schiffs. All of the Democrats who lied to everybody for 10 years about Russia, that he was an asset of Russia, and all this Russia nonsense that we've heard, all the lies, all the phoniness from all from the committees to everything else. You think that's done more to elevate Putin than anything Trump could have done in his wildest dreams? I say so. That's who's elevated Russia and Putin, is the Democrats, the lion, thief, and weasel Democrats. That's who has.
Doesn't mean he's justified about the war. Put all that aside. It means you're not going to have a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with Putin. That's just common sense. I shouldn't even have to say it. So people can say whatever they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to get the Russian side to agree to things that they don't want to agree to if we're going to have peace. If not, there'll just be a war. They'll keep killing each other, and life will go on in America and in the rest of the world, but not for Ukraine. So the president has invested a lot of time in trying to bring an end to this war. He deserves credit for doing that. He gets criticism for doing that. He could have just let this war go on. The president could have just said, this is Biden's war. It started under him. We'll do what we can for Ukraine, but we're going to focus on other things. He could have easily said that. But he's the only leader in the world that can get Putin to a meeting to talk about serious things.
Yeah, exactly. He's the only leader in the world that can get Putin to a meeting to talk about serious things. Something that you don't do on this morning show. Talk about anything serious.
How is that the best they have to offer on this? Remember when Tim Russert would come on and you get serious people having reasonable dialogues. What we're watching here now is just it's so over. It's unbearable. I really can't believe you sit through this nonsense. I really can't. I can't watch it.
Well, speaking of Tim Russert, of course, he was the host of Meet the Press, which is now Meet the Depressed, and it's Kristen Welker, and here she is with Rubio. She took her shot.
Terry, I want to play something you said about President Putin.
Gotcha.
This is right after the invasion in March of 2022. Take a look.
This guy lies, habitually lies. He's never kept a deal he's ever signed, and he lies all the time. And I don't know why, but he plays us like a violin in the West, because the West wants to believe that you can cut a deal with everybody. You can't cut a deal with guys like this. He's a professional, experienced liar.
Mr. Secretary, given that, what makes you think that if you are able to reach a deal with President Putin, that he would stick to it, based on, as you just said, he's a liar?
Well, that's the point. That's why the deal has to have enforceable mechanisms in it. That's why the deal has to have things like security guarantees. That's the point I was making a few minutes ago when you were asking me about looking someone in the eye. What's important here is actions, not words, not paper, document. Those are all important. Those are elements of a deal, but they have to be enforceable. They have to be verifiable. They have to be enduring. There's no point here in signing a deal that's going to be violated in 3 or 4 months. There's no point in doing that. It actually would make things worse. So that's why this is such a difficult thing. Not only do you need a deal, you need a deal that's verifiable, that's enforceable, and that's enduring. If you don't achieve that, then I think you could have a ceasefire for a few months, a few weeks, and then the war will start again and more people will die. That's not the outcome we're interested in. That's not the outcome anyone wants. So that's why this is so difficult.
All right. Secretary.
Yeah.
It's
so just great job. Rubio's just fantastic.
It really is fantastic.
Yeah, he's
I'm
incredible.
so impressed. It's just amazing to me and disgusting to me how these people are legitimately rooting for more war, more death.
Yeah.
Yep.
Corporate-sponsored murder is something that they thrive on. If it leads, if it bleeds, it leads. And these animals absolutely are hanging on to any rating they can.
3 absolute nitwits asking stupid questions on Sunday morning. All right, we'll do news with Paul and then sports with Slick when we get back right after this.
Yeah, I said yes. You didn't hear me.
What's going on? Chat.
Let's go.
Getting those likes up. I was going to do a story about I'm an AG. How many people in the chat saw that Karen, entitled little brat, I'm an AG. Her and a friend, my friend's a lawyer. An AG. And the cop's like, that's nice. I don't care. That was unbelievable.
Stop with these people.
Paul Nolan, the shout out. God bless. Yeah. Remember the second one? Yeah, I'm an A. Hey, Sue. Salbiro, nice to see you. Becky, what's up? Already said hi to my Jersey girl.
What's hilarious, too, is at the beginning of the video.
Michael Sand, thank you so much. Shout out to Mike Sand.
Is that the restaurant people were like, please get her out of here.
Get her out of here. This obnoxious
arrest her,
animal.
do something, get her
something,
out of
get her out. And then the little,
snit.
Little tool.
You could say it. We're in the...
No, it was just terrible.
Little snit.
Got Bull Durham in the house. Oh, yeah, Troy, you saw it then. Ridiculous,
Chat.
right?
They're yelling at me. You made super chats. These people forget you're trying to do live.
Super chats.
Mike Sin, I'm sorry.
Chats in here.
Chat. He said, God bless LFS6B. Watch over all employees at LFS6B. Fran, keep up. We love you. Thank you, Michael Sin. Sorry about that.
Done.
Yeah, Mr. AZ Mikey loving your haircut. Let's see. What else we got?
Mikey AZ talking about my hole in my head?
Yeah, he loves it.
Done laugh
loves the new look.
Done laugh at McGroin says the AC was off the hook.
What's up, Kathy Kirtley?
He said he's going to patch you in.
Hi, Ruby Ivy. What's happening?
Helms 636.
Gilly.
Ratchet.
What's going on, lovely
Moon
lady?
Pie. Rob O. We love Rob O.
Lorraine Donato.
J Buck 169.
Becky Snyder checking
What's
back
up, Gary S. 278.
Dead Fish Man.
Remember that spot with tinfoil, Christy? Yeah, man.
Patty Jam Cat. Oh, Big D, that was quick.
That was quick.
Man.
Bill Moore says I'm looking buff.
He's
That's
the
probably
fastest
because I
maker I've ever met.
have a T-shirt that
Takes you
used to
forever.
fit 10 pounds ago.
Does. I don't know. Got the touch.
All love. Thanks, AZ. We thought we lost you one night, man. I lost some sleep over that. You said this
we
show
got Troy in
stinks,
here.
and I was like a little frustrated. You're our ace in the hole.
Well, sound like the blues on a Monday night, 17 past the hour. Do you think the continued divide between Trump and the Federal Reserve is putting us behind the curve again? Well, can the Fed take the right action at the right time? Or are we going to be looking at a potential economic slowdown? That's the question. And what does it mean for your savings? Well, consider diversifying with gold through the Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. Birch Gold makes it incredibly easy for you to diversify some of your savings into gold. If you have an IRA or old 401k, you can convert that into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Or, and this is a pretty good idea too, you could buy some and just keep it in your safe. But the first thing to do is get educated. Birch Gold will send you a free information kit on gold. Just text the word America to the number 989898. Again, text America to 989898. Consider diversifying a portion of your savings into gold. That way, if the Fed can't stay ahead of the curve for the country, at least you can stay ahead for yourself. Text the word America to 989898. Well, I realize there are many choices when it comes to who you choose for your cell phone service, and there are new ones popping up all the time. But here's the truth. There's only one cell phone service that proudly stands in the gap for every American that believes that freedom is worth fighting for, and that is our friends, of course, at Patriot Mobile. For more than 12 years, Patriot Mobile has been on the front lines fighting for our God-given rights, our freedoms, while also providing exceptional nationwide cell phone service with access to all three of the main networks. Now, don't just take my word for it. Ask the hundreds of thousands of Americans who have made the switch and are now supporting causes they believe in simply by joining Patriot Mobile. Switching is easier than ever. Activate in minutes from the comfort of your own home. You can keep your number, you can keep your phone, or you can upgrade. Patriot Mobile's all U.S.-based support team is standing by to take care of you. Call right now, 972-PATRIOT. Call 972-PATRIOT today, or you can go online to patriotmobile.com/RAV, R-A-V, patriotmobile.com/RAV. Now, if you use promo code RAV at checkout, you get a free month of service. What? I said if you use promo code RAV, you get a free month of service. That's patriotmobile.com/RAV, or call 972-PATRIOT and make the switch today. patriotmobile.com/RAV, or call 972-PATRIOT. All right, Paul Nolan's here. Let's see what's on his news radar. Mr. Nolan, what's going on?
Well, I thought this story was interesting. It's not getting a great deal of coverage, so I thought I'd bring you a little bit of news that's off the radar a little bit. But BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard are currently facing an antitrust lawsuit alleging they conspired to manipulate the coal market, artificially reducing output and raising prices. The lawsuit, led by the Texas Attorney General, claims these asset managers used their combined influence over the coal company stock to pressure them into reducing coal production in favor of green energy goals. The lawsuit claims the asset managers, through their significant ownership and force within the company, were able to stop the production of coal, which in turn made coal more expensive, which in turn made their assets in other energy fields worth more money, increasing their manipulation over the free market. So for me, anytime we could, take down these big shots, to me, they really own the world. That's who politicians answer to. It's a win, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys want to comment on that, but I do believe that to see this kind of manipulation and absolutely no accountability whatsoever for these three companies that control half of the money supply in the world, and they all use BlackRock's Aladdin quantum computing, which really feeds off the social media aspects of the world, and they can really drive markets any way they want. So it's absolutely terrible, and it really shouldn't. It just really shouldn't and couldn't go on. So if you guys have a comment on that, if you want to discuss that, we can. But next, I wanted to talk about the body cam footage shows the drunk Democrat appointed as the Rhode Island assistant AG screaming, "I'm an AG." She's now this lady. She said, I think in the video, 55 times. 5-minute video. "I'm an AG." Resisted a detainment. Her friend yelled, "She's an AG," or "She's an attorney." These were two completely wasted, drunk, buffoon women acting like they had no accountability. They looked to me like the type of people who were given a silver spoon in their mouth their whole lives. Whatever they did, the cop who was in control there was an absolute rock star. Completely tried to help her, tried to talk her down, but they weren't having it. So
just try. You know what? It's they're giving you every opportunity to walk away. Here's your chance. I'm going to give you. Why don't we go over here and talk it away from the restaurant that doesn't want you anymore? No, I'm an AG. You have to turn off your body cam. You have to do this. It's these people that believe that they know everything about everything.
Or they're above the law.
They can host a Sunday morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the best part was, as he's handcuffing her after 2 minutes of listening to her nonsensical babble, as she's still yelling about being an AG, she gets the A out and the door slams.
Straight.
And he throws her into the back of the patrol car. Ha ha.
Yeah, and then her jackass friend ended up doing everything in her power to get herself locked up. And then when it came, she cried like a baby. You can't do this to me. I am, I'm friends with an AG.
With an AG.
What did they do to get the cops there in the first place? I missed that.
They were obnoxious and drunk. They were in a restaurant.
Oh, so somebody called the cops and said, "Hey, we got
the
two
restaurant said
here.
We want you out." They said, "You can't kick us out. I'm an AG."
Right.
And the husbands or boyfriends were with them, and they were all, every single one of them were so just creepy and just nerds. Like they've never been punched in their face in their life, and they all needed to be punched in their face once in their lifetime to show some humility. They're just bad people, and their arrogance.
And where is she the AG? What state?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Of course.
Yeah, of course, up there.
So I also, speaking of energy, another off topic. I'll keep it short because I don't want to bore you to death. But there's a company called Ørsted, and it creates all kinds of offshore solar power, wind turbine power, and it's been subsidized by the government with way too much of your taxpayer money to support their nonsensical green energy BS that forces all of your other energy prices up, and you have to endure all the endless lies. Well, anyway, Ocean Wind 1, Ocean Wind 2, both off the coast of Jersey, have ceased development. These two large-scale offshore wind farms started in really 2020-ish, and as of 23, they can't keep their useless project going. The same project that washed whales up onto your shores in Jersey, because they're being held back all their fake corporate welfare. So another green energy scam.
Sounds like a good story.
Yeah, it's just another good story that we're getting rid of this nonsense, these eyesores off the shores of your coast, these ominous, ugly, useless, whale-killing, bird-killing BS. Give us some fossil fuels and shut up.
You know what this sounds like?
I just think let's watch the TV tonight, honey. Oh, the wind's not blowing. I can't watch my favorite president.
You know what's funny about that, Paul? Because this ties into that first story you were talking about, about the Vanguard stuff, where they were controlling, the green energy companies to get their stock prices boosted while keeping down the coal companies.
That's right.
It's all kind of locked in together.
Talk about everything. It's just this big scam, and you ain't in on it.
Let's watch TV tonight, honey. Oh, the wind's not blowing. All right, 26 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. More sports and news with Delgado and Slick coming up right after this.
At those numbers, I can't.
That's because the first week your hair's still in shock.
Is that what
That's
it is?
shock. It is.
Yeah.
Like then it has to calm down.
Everyone's telling me I should get Soul Glow or spray paint.
Yeah, Soul Glow.
Your head does go
Soul
shock.
Glow.
You're right.
By the way, I love our audience because so many people got the "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" reference. What a fan! That is a great movie. "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou."
I can't say that I got the reference because I've never seen them.
You've seen
it's
every
a great movie.
I know. I haven't seen that one.
You're like the movie buff.
It's
I think it was because they were pushing Clooney so hard on that. I'm like, yeah, no.
You don't like.
Yeah, but that was before he went full.
Oh, I know, but he was still
D-bag.
annoying me at that point.
Yeah, but he was good in it, man. He was good. He was really good in that. Oh, thanks, Alice. I love when you're there too.
Aaron, we're going to use cut 4 on that Minnesota Vikings in this segment. All right. Yeah, let me wind out the whole story because right at the end is where I'll tie in that cut. I didn't see it, but I
John from Bergen County, he hates me and I hate you back. I'm just kidding. I'm praying for you because you're such a sad little guy and I just feel so bad for you, John. You're always crying. This guy, John from Bergen County, never stops whining.
Oh, he's a whiner?
He's just a baby. I feel bad for him. Let's pray for him.
Does he own a winery?
Yeah, he really does. John from Bergen County. Everyone, I get, it's just such always crying.
Bergen County.
What is he complaining about?
He hates
he has
me,
to live in New Jersey.
It's so cute. It's so cute. He's having a temper tantrum.
Why?
I don't know. I don't care. I think it's cute.
Because you didn't talk about
We'll
him?
say prayers for the sad little guy.
And now you're giving him more time.
Yeah. So now he likes you.
And now he loves you. You're your best friend.
Gotta let that soul glow.
Good show Friday night. That was a good show.
That's right. So he has not done one thing good, and he was a disaster in the next movie they had him in.
Show. It makes a nice tequila, though, doesn't it?
No, he ain't involved in that anymore.
Oh, really? Pulled out, huh? Relationships on the rocks.
That's why I love sending you clips, because you just come back within a second, dude. You hit a home run every time. It's like you're batting 730.
with the WNBA.
I'm not following you, Big Dan.
Big Dan.
Deuceid.
Come on, Big Dan. My phone just froze up. So.
Oh, my God. Look at this.
Wait, a large ship exploded in Chesapeake? I got to find that. Robbo, you had a home run joke before. It was so funny.
Look at this.
All right, 30 minutes past the hour. Live from Studio 6B on a Monday night, August 18th. Slick's doing sports. Nolan's doing some news. Delgado's got headlines coming up, but we'll do sports here in a second. Aaron and Fran holding it down as always. Delgado's laughing at something. I don't know what. What's so funny, Delgado?
Highlights.
We can't play this.
He's got ESPN WNBA highlights showing me.
All right, well, let's do some sports. Sports is brought to you by our friend Mike Lindell. LFS6B is the promo code to use if you want to shop at MyPillow. Slick, what's going on?
All right, Big D. Well, Ravens Lamar Jackson sparks outrage after posting conservative influences, Christians. You guys didn't cover this before I got here, did you?
No, we talked about it off air, though.
Okay. Jackson has been unafraid to share his religious beliefs. This is Ryan Gatos of Fox News. Baltimore Ravens star, one of the best quarterbacks in the game, right? Lamar Jackson faced backlash on Sunday night and Monday after he reshared a post from conservative influencer Charlie Kirk on X. Jackson, who is known to be outward about his Christian religious beliefs, reshared a message from Kirk, which read, "It's all about Jesus," right? Simple enough thing.
Amen.
The quarterback X's timeline is filled with religious posts and with him proclaiming that God is good. He also reposted Bible messages from different accounts as well. However, the seemingly innocuous post he reshared on X sparked a frenzy of hate toward the two-time NFL MVP, which I can't even read all these tweets because they're outrageous. But Jackson's political ideologies are unclear, but what has been crystal clear are his belief in God and Jesus. He has made a point to raise and praise the Lord before and after Ravens games. He said in 2023, upon signing a new contract with the Ravens, that he was unconcerned what outsiders were saying about him while he was negotiating the new deal. "It's not about what people say. It is about believing in yourself. At the end of the day," he said at the time via Sports Spectrum, "keeping God first, and without him, there is no Lamar Jackson. I'm going to tell you that now. It's far from the first time that Jackson has put his faith first, and it doesn't appear he will stop anytime soon." Kirk later responded to the controversy saying, "Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life." And Charlie Kirk also did respond as well, saying God is good. So, it's ridiculous, right? I mean, they got totally
what's the story here?
All because, the story is they don't like the fact that he reposted something from Charlie Kirk.
I know.
And they were saying, if you let him play for you. And a lot of nasty
It's all about Jesus. He didn't say Trump's the best president ever. He didn't say, God. Give me a break. People are nuts, man.
They're absolutely nuts. So, a couple of different nasty comments. But, the bottom line is, what's the difference, right? Charlie Kirk says something positive. He reposted it. I don't know if the both of them know each other or not, but it's just the point.
People just say, "Oh, look, it's an affirmation of Charlie Kirk." No, not necessarily.
No.
Maybe he just liked what he wrote and he retweeted it. What's the big deal?
It's the world we live in, right? Social media crazy.
People are nuts.
Or better yet, it is an affirmation that he likes Charlie Kirk. So what? He should be allowed to like who he likes.
How dare he like who he likes here in America?
I know.
Mind control.
Oh, my goodness.
And Lamar is a good kid, man.
Great kid.
Good family. Like his mom, relationship with his mom. He's always had a great relationship with the Lord. He's always spoken up about it. He's been cut off.
Very humble.
He's been cut off in mid-sentence in a post-game interview where they were like, they cut away when he was, praising the Lord.
God. I know that. That's the
pretty,
that's the network. It's disgusting.
And he doesn't get massages.
Right.
So.
Well, it's a perfect segue into another story that won't go away, and this is Vikings male cheerleader strikes back at critics after backlash. This story's getting a lot of traction, I got to tell you. I'm easy on the
You know what's so weird about this story? What people, I mean, there have always been male cheerleaders, especially in college and other places. And it's usually very good-looking, strong guys who stand there and help the girls do their thing. Right.
And launch them.
Right.
Yes.
But now what's happening is like everything else, this whole woke, we've got to be politically correct, and it's trans for this, and we got to, it's like now it's like just in your face. Now we're not going to be behind the girls. Now it's like we're going to be we have to be treated the same.
Yeah. Yep.
We have to that's what makes this so like, come on.
They don't want to be part of the team. They want to be the focus of the team.
Right.
They want to be the girl.
Because you've seen
we don't have any problem with male cheerleaders. We've had male cheerleaders forever.
When you see those guys launching girls, 20
those guys are in great shape.
It's incredible. They're animals.
Yeah, I wish I was in the condition those kids are. But
this ain't that.
No, well, I'll skim through the story real quick, and then we're going to show you a cut that's going to show us what a real cheerleader looks like, right? A male cheerleader hired by the Minnesota Vikings cheer squad has clapped back at critics who blasted the team for hiring him and another man for the cheer squad. Males Blaze Schick and Louis Kahn were announced as some of the newest members of the Vikings cheer squad last week, and a backlash over the team's decision quickly washed over social media. Sheik, though, responded to the backlash by taking to his Instagram account by jokingly saying, "Wait, did someone say our name?" He added a photo of himself and fellow squad mate Kahn in Vikings cheer garb. The Vikings have also defended their cheer squad roster and noted that men have performed as cheerleaders in the big games for years. While many fans may be seeing male cheerleaders for the first time at Vikings games, male cheerleaders have been a part of previous Vikings teams and have long been associated with the collegiate and professional cheerleading, the Vikings said in a written statement, which I also read on Friday night. But in 2025, approximately one-third of NFL teams have male cheerleaders. Boy, I must be missing that. The statement continued, every member of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders program has an impressive dance background and went through the same rigorous audition process. But anyway, I'm going to show you a clip that of cut 4 that shows you what a male cheerleader is supposed to be. So let that cut 4, Aaron, please. This is what a male cheerleader does. Like you said, that's a male cheerleader.
Bomb.
Right.
He doesn't try to wear what she's wearing.
Exactly. Or move like she moves.
Right.
Look at this kid, though. Look at this girl. She's a sick athlete.
She's fantastic, too. Yes, I mean, gymnast.
Could you imagine that?
So, Big D, to your point, as I began the story, this is what we're used to seeing as a male athlete cheerleader. That, to me, is an athlete.
Yeah, nobody cares about male cheerleaders. You know, most male cheerleaders are just that. They're being male cheerleaders. They're not trying to be girls.
Right. Their support and their strength, and they give the girls a springboard, and it's,
Right.
So, but I thought that was a good clip. Kind of wrapped it all up. I don't want to talk much more about this. Let's get football season on. But the Vikings, bad decision, but
the Babylon Bee said this just in. The Dallas Cowboys are no longer the gayest team in the league.
Yeah, I saw that breaking news before. Yeah, I don't even know how to follow that. Let me just say, back to you, Big D. Hey, Big D, there's a tie-in, right? Dallas, Big D.
Yeah, very good.
Is he calling you?
No, I'm not. No, Big D would be that guy.
What are you looking at me for?
Big D was an athlete. He would be that guy, like the male cheerleader, big guy popping the.
Now he's calling you a male cheerleader there.
Well, back then, that's not a bad thing.
Usually on an NFL roster, it's the third string quarterback is the cheerleader, right?
I don't know. I like that meme with Tim Walls, though, with the pom-poms. I said that on Friday night,
he's
right?
the next one they're going to hire.
Who are these pom-poms when you have tampons?
And who said Paul said? Paul looked at it and said, I don't know if this is fake.
That was a beauty.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with everything coming out of there. So
that's a wrap.
37 past the hour, live from Studio 6B. Let's do some more headlines. Rick Delgado's got them, brought to you by our friends at EternalLifeCoin.com. What's going on, Delgado?
All right. Well, from the I don't want to go to jail news, this particular gentleman, former FBI Director James Comey, has been broken. Why do I say that? Well, when you post videos like this, you have been broken by President Trump. Here's cut number 5, James Comey. I don't know what to say about this, except that you're going to, not surprisingly, he's admitted he's a Swiftie. Cut 5.
But I don't want to talk about that bad dream this week. I want to talk about a truly inspirational public figure named Taylor Swift. Of course, I watched her podcast interview with the Kelsey brothers.
Of course.
You see, Taylor Swift and I go way back. I went to my first concert of hers 15 years ago. I've been to a second, and I have helped financially support the attendance of a lot of family members at others. I'm in a family's Swiftie group chat.
Of course you are.
Which is what makes me think about Taylor Swift.
Hold a second. Stop. I just want to ask this one time. Is this seriously, James? This is AI, right?
It's AI.
This is James
AI.
Comey. He posted this on his Substack.
I thought this was AI too.
This is not AI.
Are you sure?
This is really the former FBI director?
This is JC. This is James Comey.
Fran, if you confirm this, you're the only one I trust here when it comes to this stuff.
That's the truth.
Well, Fox
real?
News is reporting it, so take that with a grain of salt. But
who is?
Fox News.
Delgado, on your job here, this is really him?
I'm telling you, this is really him. This is not just Fox reporting this. Everybody's reporting it.
All right, so start off. I'll pay
Real
attention,
Clear
'cause I thought it was-
Politics, HuffPo.
This is
Fox
the most
News.
embarrassing admission from an adult I've ever heard in my life, if this is true. Do it
The
again, Aaron. Roll it.
Independent.
But I don't want to talk about that bad dream this week. I want to talk about a truly inspirational public figure named Taylor Swift. Of course, I watched her podcast interview with the Kelsey brothers. You see, Taylor Swift and I go way back. I went to my first concert of hers 15 years ago.
Yes, he did.
I've been to a second, and I have helped financially support the attendance of a lot of family members at others. I'm in a family's Swiftie group chat, which is what makes me think about Taylor Swift. She's made clear that she sees Donald Trump for what he is. And last year, she urged Americans not to make the serious mistake of electing him. Of course, we're now living with the consequences of that mistake. But while our elderly, makeup-covered president is posting about whether Taylor Swift is still hot and declaring that he can't stand her, what's she doing? Living her best life.
He's
Unlike
a clown.
James Comey.
Shots fired.
That really.
You still don't believe it, do you?
There's not many times I'm at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words. If
I
that
can't
video's
believe
real.
you haven't seen that.
I can't believe how he described
I
that.
didn't see it either.
That's sick.
And the audacity of this I'll say D-bag.
Yeah, that's a good
to sit
term.
there and poke fun at the president saying he's makeup covered face. Aaron, if you go full screen of James Comey, take a look at his face. Talk about somebody who's got some extra whiteness around his eyes. Maybe they didn't get him all the way.
Are you kidding me? He looks like Charlie Chaplin.
Or maybe his tanning bed, his goggles are too wide. I don't know.
Oh, that could be a problem.
And he has a Substack that he puts these out on?
Yes, he does.
I mean, it looks like he used spackle to fill in those wrinkles.
Holy cow.
Boy, you've been working on those houses too much.
That guy. I mean, you think oh, my God.
This video was actually 5 minutes long. I cut it down to about 50 seconds because I knew none of us could get through
still
the 5
too
minutes.
long.
Yes.
Oh, man.
And I'm sure, I was sure Damon would have blown it up
I didn't overeat
had I
earlier.
gone over 60 seconds.
Well done.
But it's definitely James Comey, former FBI director, complaining about the president and trying to, I don't know, he's trying to connect with people, trying to be cool. Hey, I'm a Swiftie just like you. Please don't put me in jail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, but that. If that guy isn't broken, I don't know who is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a guy desperate, just desperate for to be liked in the court
Just
of
to be
public
liked.
opinion.
There's no background. You notice he's just standing in front of a wall. There's no background. Like he's, it's almost like a hostage video. It's like, please love me. I like Taylor Swift. Please. It's terrible. He's wow. He's just broken. So I can't believe you guys hadn't seen that. And yes, it's all true.
All right, live from Studio 6B on a Monday. We'll wrap it up when we get back right after this.
Let's see Damon do a cheer. Faye. Oof.
That's good.
Chat live in the chat.
Tammy
Over
Faye
460
What are we doing in
likes.
the
Thank
chat?
you so much. Delgado, I want to tell you, I want to give you some love here because I love it in the I don't want to go to jail department. It's great.
Staff Sergeant Orpy. Babylon B just fact-checked Delgado.
Oh, yeah?
That's funny. So someone's saying AMAC's in trouble here. Moon Pie, what's up? I don't believe it.
Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like they got a lot going on. MAGA Patriot 63. No, you're going to jail.
Robbo is
Let's hope
asking,
so.
was Damon a cheerleader at Hofstra?
Oh, my goodness. Why would they say that?
Damon was on the golf team.
The Flying Dutchman.
And didn't you try to walk on the basketball team, D?
My first year, yeah.
When you were...
there was no team when I was there. It was awful. The coach was drunk
Obviously.
all the time.
Like Buttermaker?
Jay Wright got there after I graduated.
When you were... when you
Butterbean
got
was
there,
the,
what did
was
you,
the power forward.
You're 6'6"?
Remember him?
6'5".
6'5"? And what
too
did
short.
you weigh back then?
What?
What did you weigh your first year in college?
190.
Over 200?
Oh, of course.
Well, he said 190, so it threw me off.
190?
He hasn't been 190 since sixth grade.
190? What half of it?
So were you 220, 225, but jacked up then?
No, I was never.
No?
Oh, he was streamlined.
But you walked on, though, and you made it through camp?
There was no camp. Really? There was no team.
No camp.
The coach was drunk.
Really?
Offshore wasn't even we were in like the Colonial Athletic back then. It wasn't even like a...
Because they had a good football team back then.
Well, they did.
Yeah, they did.
In Corbett those years?
Yeah.
You know when they had a great team? When Speedy Claxton came on. Remember Speedy? He was awesome.
That was years after.
My buddy Brian was on that team.
That was Jay Wright year.
Well, Hofstra, they had a team at some point in football. I'm trying to remember when it was. What year?
Wayne Corbett year.
Yes, that's right. Wayne Corbett.
All right, 13 to the hour, live from Studio 6B. So before we get to more sports and news to wrap it up, one story I did want to get to, because we were talking about Wes Moore, I believe Friday night at the warehouse.
Yes.
That he's going to be a Democrat.
He's the governor of Maryland.
Governor of Maryland, somebody the Democrats might look at in the future. Young, African-American, checks all their DEI boxes and all their whatever boxes. Partner him with Josh Shapiro. People were talking about, well, there's a story in the New York Post today. Maryland Governor Wes Moore falsely claimed to be a Bronze Star recipient on White House fellowship application.
You don't do that.
Says it was an honest mistake.
Stolen honor. Valor.
And I said this morning on the stream, and I'll say it again. How is it an honest mistake? That's like me saying, on an application, I used to be the Pope. And then they come to me and they say, that's an honest mistake. I thought I was.
No,
somebody told me I was going to be.
Right.
And I acted before the white smoke came out. Sorry.
I meant to say I like to mope.
Democratic Maryland Governor Wes Moore claimed Thursday that it was an honest mistake when he lied about being a prestigious Bronze Star recipient on a 2006 White House fellowship application. I don't even need to read you the rest of this article because that is nonsense. It's only an honest mistake because now you got caught. And that's what you're going to say. There's no one who makes that mistake, honestly. You try to get by with it. Maybe you think you could sneak it in. No one's going to notice. But it's not an honest mistake. And then he goes and blames his superiors.
Stolen valor, man. No.
He says, my deputy brigade commander encouraged me to fill out the application. In fact, he helped me edit it before I sent it in. At the time, listen to this, he had recommended me for the Bronze Star. Yeah. He told me to include the award on my application after confirming with 2 other senior level officers that they had also signed off on the commendation. Now, anybody who served the country in any respect, in any kind of official capacity, an officer, does that make any sense to anybody? That a commanding officer would say, hey, why don't you put down that you won the Bronze Star? But I haven't won the Bronze Star. Yeah, but I'm going to recommend you for it. And I'm going to, A and B above me have also think you'd be great for it too. Oh, okay, I'll put it down. What? Yeah. That's his story.
That's a very Blumenthal-ish, right?
Yeah, Tim Walsh-ish.
Tim Walsh-ish. Any number of Democrats who like to do that. It's amazing.
My deputy brigade commander felt comfortable with instructing me to include the award, he says.
My question is that deputy brigade commander, is that guy still alive? Because he could confirm or deny that story. Now, if he's passed away, well, then good luck trying to confirm it. You know what I mean?
Well, yes. If he's not here, it's going to be hard to confirm with him. Yes,
exactly.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
All right, 10 minutes to the hour. Let's do a little more news and sports. Any other news, Paul Nolan, that you haven't hit? It's on your radar.
Well, we just got a super chat. I want to just Art Boder Amanis, $20, $19.99, $20. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It really does a lot for helping us out. So I can't thank you enough for that. So, what was the other thing I saw? I'm sorry. Let me grab this.
All right, I'll come back to you. Delgado, any other headlines on yours?
Yes, one that you'd be very interested in, Damon. One of the greatest headlines of the day, I think, comes out of Washington, D.C., the Trump administration, as your favorite, Ed Martin. Did you see him on with Maria Bartiromo yesterday?
I did. I posted it.
And
the eagle has landed,
yes,
I said.
He has some developments and warns members of the J6 committee to be on the lookout. Here he is, cut number 11. Check this out.
Real quick, what about the January 6th committee? Did they destroy evidence? Is there criminality there?
Of course. We're all in that too, and trust me, a lot of people did not get a pardon that were involved in the select committee, and they ought to be keeping an eye on their mailbox because there's a lot to be asked about.
And the pardons that were given out were done by an auto pen. Are they legitimate?
Well, I'm the pardon attorney, so I'm in that too. I can tell you we're investigating how the pardons were granted. It was not like anything in the history of America what not Joe Biden, his staffers did, not just with the auto pen, but with faking him out on the memos. More to come, Maria.
Yeah. So there you have it. A lot of news coming from Ed Martin, who, again, we saw last week taking a trip into Brooklyn to have a look at some of the evidence of one case that he's working on that's focusing on New York Attorney General Tish James.
And by the way, big news today also, Andrew Bailey leaving Missouri to join Dan Bongino.
Yes, I saw that.
That is huge. Bailey is fantastic. So that's going to be huge. And I say Will Scharf. Let's get Will Scharf in there as the Attorney General in Missouri.
And that has to do with the January 6th bomber case.
Although I love Will at the White House as well, though. So, Paul, did you find that article?
Yeah. The illegal migrant truck driver who allegedly killed 3 people after making a rogue U-turn on a Florida highway was handed work papers under the Biden administration after they were denied during President Trump's first term, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Harjinder Singh crossed the southern border into California in September 2018 and was processed for fast-track deportation by the first Trump administration. The Indian national was previously processed for deportation, but was able to stay after claiming he feared being sent back home. Singh was later released on $5,000 immigration bond in January 2019, and he still awaits his asylum case. So he received his work permit in June of 2021. Singh was able to secure a commercial driver's license in California under Gavin Newsom. So,
and I saw that video. It's a horrific story.
Just brutal.
So. 3 more deaths that didn't need to be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right, Slick, anything left in sports?
Yeah, just a quick sweep of the scoreboard. Big Monday Night Football preseason wrapping up right now. Bengals 28-14 over the Commanders. 14-27 to go in the third quarter there. Major League Baseball, Orioles 6-1 over the Red Sox, bottom of the ninth, top of the seventh. White Sox over the Braves 12-5. Royals lead the Rangers 4-2, bottom seven. Top five, Dodgers and Rockies locked in at 2. Reds 2-0 over the Angels, middle of the first inning there. Guardians and Diamondbacks no score. Giants blanking the Padres 4-0, bottom of the first. Actually, both of these games bottom first. Brewers, I told you earlier tonight, 7-0 over the Cubs. Tigers absolutely topple the Astros, 10-0 there. Cardinals over the Marlins, 8-3. Pirates 5-2 over the Blue Jays. Phillies 12-7 over the Mariners, Big D. And that's a wrap in sports there.
Hey, Aaron, let's play I want to remind everybody about AMAC, September 27th. Dave Kane joined us in the first half hour of the show. Boot Camp for Patriots, September 27th, 12 to 4 p.m. Let's roll that video that AMAC gave us on some of what the last one looked like. Roll that, Aaron.
That was a good event. I was there. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
So that's what you can expect down in St. Patrick Henry College, September 27th. Another packed day. Our own John Solomon, Dr. Gina Loudon, Michelle Backus, Ben Berkwam, and that's just the speakers from RAV. You're going to have other great speakers as well. Charlie Kirk's going to zoom in, so he'll be there, maybe do some Q&A. Oh, man, it's going to be just a great day. And you can get your tickets at amac.us, amac.us. And if you want to join AMAC, which all of you should, amac.us/Studio 6B. And I want to thank Dave for joining us at the top of the show tonight. Thanks, guys, on the show, as always. Aaron, Fran, great job as always. And, of course, as always, we salute all of our emergency personnel, everybody that keeps the country safe and moving forward. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday. We'll see you then. Vinnie Mac will be here live from West Palm Beach Studios. Slick Rick and Rick Delgado will be with me. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. right here live from Studio 6B.